Have a fun video you'd like to see featured on NCW Life? Email us at newsphotos@ncwlife.com. Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window, and what a gorgeous one out there today. We did see quite a few clouds from just some spillover from an area of low pressure that's moving up and over our very large high pressure ridge, but what a beautiful shot around the Manson area and Lake Chelan. We did see some clouds, I mentioned, and much lighter winds today than we experienced yesterday. But as far as March goes, and speaking of Chelan, it has been a wet one. In fact, Winthrop, the third wettest March all time. 2018 picked up a little over 3 inches in Winthrop. For Chelan, the seventh wettest March of all time. And they fit in at 2.54 inches. So even though we didn't see a lot of precipitation here in Wenatchee, other areas around our viewing area did see some pretty good moisture in March. It doesn't look like we'll see much more though as we finish the month and head into our upcoming weekend. We'll have your weekend forecast coming up a little bit later on. But now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. Microsoft helps pay for a fiber optic network in George, and the Woods family is sold to Wenatchee World after operating the newspaper for 111 years. But first we begin tonight. They're calling it a non-failure emergency. Grant County PUD officials say a leaking spillway at Priest Rapids Dam will force the lowering of the reservoir. The problem was discovered after inspection drilling revealed leaking in the spillway monoliths. Officials say the dam will continue to generate electricity as the water level behind the dam will remain at normal operating minimums while inspection work continues. The situation is different than the one at Wapanum Dam in 2014 when a fracture was found on that spillway. That repair required a prolonged reservoir drawdown. Wanapum Dam has since been completely repaired. There is no danger to life or property. Priest Rapids Dam is on the Columbia River near the town of Mattawa. Wanapum Dam is 19 miles upriver of Priest Rapids. Grant County PUD reports Microsoft will contribute $200,000 for the build-out of the utility's wholesale fiber optic network in the George area. Since 2006, when it opened a data center in Quincy, Microsoft has supported community projects in Grant County, from human services to environmental programs and beyond. Mike Miles, General Manager of Microsoft Cloud Infrastructure and Operations, told PUD commissioners this week that the City of George is the only incorporated city in Grant County that does not have access to fiber optic service, and that the company is eager to help change that. Fiber service is available to about 70% of Grant PUD's customers. Grant PUD's commissioners set aside $7 million in the 2018 budget. As a Woods-owned business for 111 years, the Wenatchee World has been sold. In an announcement earlier today, Wenatchee World publisher Rufus G. Woods said the newspaper has been sold to WIC Communications, a third-generation family-owned and operated media corporation from Arizona. Woods says, quote, "It's been our privilege to be the stewards of this wonderful community asset for 3 generations, and we're grateful to be able to hand the reins to another family-oriented company that shares our community building values." The Wenatchee World is the first newspaper in the state of Washington for WIC, and all employees of the World have been offered jobs with WIC Communications. The Wenatchee Daily World was founded in 1905 and purchased 2 years later by Rufus Woods and his brother Ralph. Later, their cousin Warren Woods became the paper's business manager. Rufus Woods was publisher until his death in 1950. Also, another news, 2 weeks ago we told you about Link Transit's newly developed wireless 200 kilowatt on-route battery charger from Momentum Dynamics. Today, Link showed off that new technology. Of the 5 electric buses currently in the Link system, 1 is equipped with the wireless charging technology. The wireless charger was installed at Columbia Station and has successfully transmitted 208 kilowatts to Link's new 2017 electric coach bus. At a cost of $500,000, this use of automatic wireless charging represents the first time in the country that a 200 kilowatt wireless charging system has been placed into routine revenue service with a public transit agency. The higher power of the new system will allow much faster charging of the bus each time it stops for just a few minutes along a circulation route. The ability to wirelessly charge a municipal bus is important in transit operations because faster charging allows the buses to achieve driving ranges that make them viable for most daily services. Previous charging installations have achieved charging rates of only 25% of this new power level. Well, DOT crews began clearing State Route 20 North Cascades Highway from the west side this past Monday, and so far have cleared more than 10 miles past the seasonal closure gate. They found about 2 feet of snow, and warmer temps plus rain have helped melt some of the bottom layer. They'll begin clearing from the east side on April 9th. Remember, there is no recreational access past the closure gates from Monday through Thursday. Coming up next, an OMAC man wanted on a Department of Corrections warrant was arrested Monday after he tried to hide under a box spring mattress. And spring prescribed burning is set to start next week on the Okanagan and Wenatchee National Forest. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
Hi there, my name's Patrick and I'm the branch manager here at New American Funding. Applying for a home loan is an exciting time. You may have a lot of questions about how to meet your home loan goals, the loan process, or your borrowing options. We're here to help. We do things differently here at New American Funding. Not only do we have an array of loan products and a team of specialists to support you, but we get to know you personally. We want to earn your trust and business for life. So stop by our Wenatchee or Chelan office or give us a call today.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
Introducing the lightweight shot starter. Only on the 2018 Ski-Doo mountain sleds. With next generation engine and platform. For the unmatched power and handling to own the next ride. Ski-Doo. What matters is what's next. Get 4-year coverage or 0% financing for 36 months.
Welcome back. In another news, an OMAC man wanted on a Department of Corrections warrant was arrested Monday after he tried to hide under a box spring mattress inside a Bridgeport apartment. Douglas County Sheriff Harvey Jesdahl says 24-year-old Derek Charlie ran into the apartment after a deputy spotted him and recognized him as a wanted felon. When the deputy approached the residence, he was first told by a woman that Charlie had left and that the person entering the home was her daughter. She finally let the deputies inside, where they found Charlie hiding under a mattress. He was arrested along with the female, identified as 28-year-old Michelle Oliveira Cruz, for rendering criminal assistance. Spring prescribed burning is set to start next week on the Okanagan and Wenatchee National Forest. NCW Life's Steve Hare reports.
Fire managers from Natchez to the Okanagan Highlands will be working along the east slope of the Cascades to make the area less vulnerable to future catastrophic wildfires. Managers say frequent low-intensity fire is essential for healthy forests and better protected communities. And while more than 10,000 acres are planned this spring, fewer acres may be completed if conditions are not favorable. Residents and visitors can expect to see and also smell some smoke each day during burning operations. Prescribed burns each day are scheduled for the Chelan, Eniat, Wenatchee River, Tenasket, Methow, and Natchez Ranger districts. You can log on to ncwlife.com for more detailed information about the specific fires near your area. Steve Hare, NCW Life News.
Thank you, Steve. Well, with the weekend right around the corner, there are lots of activities around the valley for you to take in. NCW Life's Megan McPherson has you covered.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. Put on your thinking cap for a casual evening of trivia for local history buffs, culture gurus, and museum lovers at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center Friday, March 30 at 6 p.m. Bring your friends, up to 6 people per team, and meet some of the smartest people in town. Test your knowledge of museum exhibits, Wenatchee Valley history, natural science, music, and current events. There will be 6 rounds with 5 questions each. Each round will have a different theme. A great way to prepare is to visit the museum and check out their Facebook page. Snacks and prizes will be provided, and wine and beer will be available for purchase. Joseph M. Martin's magnificent and moving choral work, Song of the Shadows, will be performed by the Leavenworth Community United Methodist Church Choir together with the Leavenworth Village Voices Choral on Good Friday, March 30 at 7 p.m. Special guest artists, including cellist Meredith Honeycutt, will also perform. There is no admission charge and donations will be accepted. The Weinstein Beverage Beat the Buzzer finalist competitions is at Pybus Market on Saturday, March 31. Winner takes home a cool $1,000. Admission is free to the general public to watch the competition. Small Woods Harvest is hosting an Easter egg hunt Saturday, March 31 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There will be free fun activities all day and special activities that cost $2 per ticket. There will be a prop maze, petting zoo, bounce house, hay wagon and cow train rides, food, beverages, and more. And finally, the Entiat Kite Fest is happening on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Kiwanis Park. Come enjoy food, fun, and most importantly, kites. There will be entertainment, magic performances by Jason Sims, a bouncy house, and a great opportunity to paint and fly your very own kite. There will be free kites for kids to decorate and fly. Hot dogs and beverages will be by donation. For more information on this weekend's events, visit ncwlife.com.
Thank you, Megan. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Dan Kuntz and our feature story tonight. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
Lake Wenatchee YMCA camp programs focus on our 4 core values of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Make this summer's memories last a lifetime. Pick your theme week today with a wide variety of safe and engaging activities. Lake Wenatchee YMCA Camp is the ultimate summer fun in the sun camp for children, teens, and families. Reserve your child's week today.
Just as it went on the air, Steve, NCW Life is live now on Facebook.
Hey, how's about that? We're live, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Dan Kuntz, your host for the next hour.
Every weekday, starting at 7 o'clock.
Get ready for a bunch of news that's coming your way.
Here's what's happening around North Central Washington. I'll have a rundown of all your local, regional, and statewide news. You can also find more on our website at ncwlife.com. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. That's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on NCW Life News.
Thursday night, hockey night on the NCW Life Channel. It all begins at 7 o'clock with a call of the Wild and Clarkie's Corner. Then it's non-stop hockey action with the voice of the Wild, Arch Ecker. Join us as the Wild battle the rest of the BCHL. Thursday night is hockey night on the NCW Life Channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life Channel.
Hi, everybody. I am Dan Kuntz, batting third string today, filling in for Jay Seebeck, who is filling in for Eric Granstrom, neither of whom are here. It is opening day of the baseball season. For the first time in 50 years, every Major League Baseball team was scheduled to play on opening day. That didn't happen. The Nationals and the Cincinnati Reds were supposed to play today in Cincinnati. That game was rained out, but every other game on the schedule is ready to get going, including Safeco Field tonight. It is the Mariners' home opener. Felix Hernandez making his 11th opening day start, but only after surviving that liner off of his arm. He only had 3 outings during spring training. Last time out last Saturday, he pitched 3 2/3 innings, 63 pitches. He'll be kept to about 85 to 90 pitches today. He'll take on the Indians' Corey Kluber, who won his 2nd career Cy Young Award just like the year, of course, just last year. The Mariners have their eyes on ending Major League Baseball's longest postseason drought of 16 years. A couple of notes about tonight's game. It is a brand new field at Safeco Field. They replaced the entire field that was originally installed in 1999. First pitch, 7:10 at the Safe tonight. Well, there are only 4 teams still standing in the BCHL playoffs, and the Wenatchee Wild are one of them. They advanced to the 3rd round, of course. They'll take on the Trail Smoke Eaters. They eliminated Merritt in round 1 and Vernon in round 2. Arch Ecker, the broadcasting voice of the Wenatchee Wild, was my guest this morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, and he previews the Trail Smoke Eaters.
There was a big chunk of the middle of the season where they were playing pretty depleted, Trail was. And one of their big stars is Cale Howarth. He's a UConn commit to play Division I college at Connecticut. He's also already been drafted by the Columbus Blue Jackets in the NHL. He was missing for a big chunk of that. Also, there's the World Junior A Challenge was going on, and there was a few players. Ross Armour, who's one of their leading scorers, was gone at that tournament. Seth Barton, one of their top defensemen, was gone. So they had a bunch of guys that missed a bunch of time. Cale Howarth was gone. He had some scholastic things he was doing, and so I mean they were missing, a lot of their firepower. And yeah, they finished in 4th, not by a whole lot, but in a tough division. They weren't that far behind us.
No.
So if you want to say, well, Trail, they finished 4th. Well, Wenatchee, guess what? You only finished 3rd, so you're only just Now, we beat Trail 4 of the 6 times we played them, all 3 at home, but they beat us twice up there.
Yeah.
One of the games that they won up there, they beat us 2-1. We outshot them 41-19, and they won 2-1. And their goaltender had a phenomenal night. So they've got all ends covered. They've got a solid defense, and they've got a very potent offense. They've got great veteran presence, and they've also got some of the top rookies in the league as well. So they're a very deep team, and it would be folly to look past them. They're very strong.
They'll drop the puck at 7:05 on Friday night in Game 2, 7:05 on Saturday night at the Town Toyota Center. To get you in the mood, it is Thursday. That means we have hockey night tonight. And tonight at 7 o'clock, you can watch Game 4 of the Wild's playoff series against Vernon, that game from back on March 21st. And a friendly reminder, tickets are just $10 anywhere in the bowl at the Town Toyota Center, $5 student discount. A couple of broadcasting reminders. Tomorrow we will have Game 2 of the Wenatchee Panthers Sunnyside Grizzly baseball doubleheader at Historic Recreation Park. Grant Olson will have the coverage there. And then on Saturday at 1 o'clock, it is Wenatchee Valley Thunder Lacrosse taking on Chiawana. So live baseball on Friday night and live lacrosse on Saturday afternoon. And that's sports. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. The Apple Valley chapter of the American Red Cross will host the 2014 Hometown Heroes celebration at the Wenatchee Convention Center tonight. This annual event celebrates the power of humanitarian spirit in our community by honoring local citizens for doing something remarkable to help others. Rick Isaacson of the Apple Valley Red Cross tells us more.
Hometown Heroes has been going on for quite a number of years. We have one, each chapter has one, and of course we're an affiliate with the Greater Inland Northwest chapter. Wenatchee office. We have our own Heroes Awards here. And first part of the year, we send out notification that we're going to have it coming up in March during Red Cross Month, and asking for nominees to be submitted to our offices. Nominations come in. We review those. Sometimes if we had a lot of them, we have a committee that gets together and makes a choice of the best ones of the group. We're trying to recognize local heroes for their selflessness and courage. Nominees can be friends, family, neighbors, firefighters, police officers, or military members. They come from all walks of life, and they can be either professionally trained or good Samaritans. No categories. They're just ordinary citizens or rescuers that have rescued a person from danger, or individual acts that exemplify the spirit of the Red Cross, such as organizations. They come from Chelan, Douglas, Okanagan, and Grant counties. This is our responsibility here for the Wenatchee office.
During the event, which starts at 6 p.m. at the Convention Center, individuals will be recognized in several award categories, including Spirit of the Red Cross Hero, Humanitarian Hero, Law Enforcement Dispatch Hero, and 911 Hero. 10 winners will be announced tonight, including Brian Brett, Fire Chief of Chelan County Fire District 1, Corporal Ryan Weatherman of the Wenatchee Police Department, and Officer David De La Rosa and his canine partner Grizzly of the Grant County Sheriff's Department. We'll be back in just a moment with the recap of some of our top stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X4 offers 4 times the proven off-road capability, 4 times the comfort, and 4 times the confidence to deliver 4 times the excitement on your next outdoor adventure.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together, we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week, and let's get inspired.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on unbaked. Who wants an unbaked pizza? You do. Because unbaked means unprocessed dough and unfrozen vegetables, all prepared fresh by us. So the difference between a pizza fresh from your oven and one pulled from a greasy delivery box? Unreal. The smell? Unbelievable. Leftovers? Unlikely. Home bake a large Papa's all meat with Canadian bacon, salami, pepperoni, Italian sausage, and ground beef. Just $12. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
And now a recap of our top story tonight. As a Woods-owned business for 111 years, the Wenatchee World has been sold. In an announcement earlier today, Wenatchee World publisher Rufus G. Woods said the newspaper has been sold to WIC Communications, a third-generation family-owned and operated media corporation from Arizona. Woods says, quote, "It's been our privilege to be the stewards of this wonderful community asset for 3 generations, and we're grateful to be able to hand the reins to another family-oriented company that shares our community-building values." The Wenatchee World is the first newspaper in the state of Washington for WIC, and all employees of the Wenatchee World have been offered jobs with WIC Communications. The Wenatchee Daily World was founded in 1905 and purchased 2 years later by Rufus Woods and his brother Ralph. Later, their cousin Warren Woods became the paper's business manager. Rufus Woods was publisher until his death in 1950, and now it has been sold to WIC Communications. In other news, with the weekend right around the corner, there are lots of activities around the Wenatchee Valley for you to take in. NCW Life's Megan McPherson has you covered.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. Put on your thinking cap for a casual evening of trivia for local history buffs, culture gurus, and museum lovers at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center Friday, March 30 at 6 p.m. Bring your friends, up to 6 people per team, and meet some of the smartest people in town. Test your knowledge of museum exhibits, Wenatchee Valley history, natural science, music, and current events. There will be 6 rounds with 5 questions each. Each round will have a different theme. A great way to prepare is to visit the museum and check out their Facebook page. Snacks and prizes will be provided, and wine and beer will be available for purchase. Joseph M. Martin's magnificent and moving choral work, Song of the Shadows, will be performed by the Leavenworth Community United Methodist Church Choir together with the Leavenworth Village Voices Choral on Good Friday, March 30 at 7 p.m. Special guest artists, including cellist Meredith Honeycutt, will also perform. There is no admission charge and donations will be accepted. The Weinstein Beverage Beat the Buzzer finalist competitions is at Pybus Market on Saturday, March 31. Winner takes home a cool $1,000. Admission is free to the general public to watch the competition. Small Woods Harvest is hosting an Easter egg hunt Saturday, March 31 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There will be free fun activities all day and special activities that cost $2 per ticket. There will be a prop maze, petting zoo, bounce house, hay wagon and cow train rides, food, beverages, and more. And finally, the Entiat Kite Fest is happening on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Kiwanis Park. Come enjoy food, fun, and most importantly, kites. There will be entertainment, magic performances by Jason Sims, a bouncy house, and a great opportunity to paint and fly your very own kite. There will be free kites for kids to decorate and fly. Hot dogs and beverages will be by donation. For more information on this weekend's events, visit ncwlife.com.
And time now for a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get into those details, let's take another look outside our weather window today. And what a beautiful day up in the Manson area, beautiful Lake Chelan. We did see some clouds out there, and we'll talk about why we saw those clouds, but it really didn't keep our temperatures down all that much. Most of us climbed today into the upper 50s. Today was a mainly dry day for the inland northwest with mostly cloudy skies and a west wind about 5 to 10 miles an hour. The clouds are streaming down over the top of that high pressure ridge that you see just off the coast of the southern Oregon coastline. That, along with the weak cold front, is bringing the clouds our way. Breezy west winds are expected Friday afternoon. That's tomorrow, following the passage of that weather system. We will see west winds tomorrow of around 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts maybe as high as 25 miles per hour. And I think that'll be late in the day into our early evening hours. And then Saturday into our Easter Sunday, high pressure will remain our main weather feature with partly to mostly sunny skies and high temperatures around 60. A weak weather system will move through on Tuesday, bringing a 20% chance of scattered showers also into Wednesday. Here's a look at your forecast now as we head into our Easter weekend. 40 degrees the overnight low tonight with mostly cloudy skies, mostly sunny for your Friday. Keep in mind we could see some breezy conditions in 62. Saturday, just a minor cool down, partly cloudy in 59. And look at that Easter Sunday, mostly sunny and mild with a high near 60. A cool down for Monday and Tuesday with mostly cloudy skies in 58. And then right back to 60 by midweek next week with mostly cloudy skies and a 20% chance for some showers. Well, as we leave you tonight, and we talked about this earlier in the newscast, spring prescribed burns are almost underway. The Forest Service has this message to share about how burns help maintain the forest.
You may see a place like this and think, total devastation.
But that depiction is, as we've learned from countless experts over the last 2 weeks, not the whole story, and not how you should think about wildfires.
So let's rewind and start with some history. The Great Fires of 1910 ripped through the West. It helped reinforce the idea that we needed to suppress fire at all costs. But it led to the fire paradox.
Fire paradox is the harder you try to fight fire, the worse it gets when it does happen. We're experiencing that today.
That means the forests have gotten thick and scraggly.
This stuff here is what can lead to a catastrophic fire.
Oh gosh, a huge crown fire.
In the West, it will come in eventually.
This is not the outcome we want. Big, uncontrollable fires. Plus, many people now live in these wild lands.
A real fear.
The solution is not how to stop the fire. It's how to work with the fire.
It's all the things in the toolbox.
The only choices that we really have is what kind of fire to have and when do we want it, and that's it.
A landscape with fire might look like this. A cleared understory that won't destroy the entire forest. Let's use the latest science. Let's get our forest back in shape to protect ourselves and our ecosystem.
We can't just put the fires out because we can't put them out. We've tried that now for a century and it doesn't work. It just makes the next one worse.
And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz. And I will be in with a look at your news in for Steve Hare tomorrow. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV set free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV set free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.